In the previous video, we built this very simple combustion chamber to experiment with fuel mixtures and whatnot and ignition types for rocket projects. Today we're going to be making a little test stand. Have all this set up with the bar coming across. Have a few U-bolts on here, and that should hook on like so. But it should be pretty versatile, at least for the first few tests. If I need more support, then I have the stuff to make another set of legs coming down, but I think this is good enough for now. And if we're going to have much coming out of the engine, I have this big piece of metal we can use as a deflector plate, so whenever the stuff comes, it can be shot out. However, we'll be testing this in the creek, so there's going to be hopefully some water or just some sand down underneath, so it won't matter how much fire comes out or if it blows up. This is probably going to be the easiest part of this entire series, because this was just welding some, actually just tack welding some metal you got together. I didn't want to do it very well because, well, I'm not expecting to be too much force on this. And also, whenever I get bored of this or move on to something else, I want to be able to hack these apart really quickly and easily so I can reuse these pieces of metal. The next parts are going to be a bit more complicated. Gonna have to figure out like the plumbing and whatnot. So I'm thinking the first test we might start out with oxygen and propane, and that's why I like that this big piece of metal gave this like shelf, because I might be able to just put the oxygen, at least the small oxygen, under there. Now I'm thinking I might turn this tank into the kerosene tank, and then I'll use a different smaller one that will be pressurized with CO2 to pressurize it at 100 psi. Another option is to pressurize the kerosene with propane, and if we ever need a bunch of oxygen, we have this new tank that I just picked up. I might take some time to ponder what I should do next with the resources I have, because I want to use most of the parts that I have in order to make this work. And I gotta admit, this is a project where I am kind of scared of what I'm working with. This is quite terrifying stuff, especially once you get around 2000 psi of oxygen. But I'll just take my time and that'll work out fine. I'm thinking the kerosene tank later on might fit up here, and if I do that then I can add more legs to it, but for now, we can just do a simple oxygen propane test and then move on to other things and experiment with trying to light liquid with gas mixture with this and just kind of see what happens. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little video, and thank you very much for watching. See ya.